What's good, YouTube? Rob the Bodybuilding Anchor here, back again with another video. So Big Ramy announced less than 2 weeks ago that he's going to compete in this year's Arnold Classic. Do you guys think he's in a bit of a panic mode and thinks he needs to redeem himself after this year's Olympia? I honestly think he is, and this has the chance to come back and bite him in the ass. Or he could come out with gunsling and peak properly, as this is what him and his coaches have been saying the whole time is the only issue at the Olympia. I do believe there's more to the story than he's saying, but if Ramy is peak properly and comes in full, he could easily be top 3. He could also come in similar to the Olympia and bomb the show, and this is the major risk for Ramy, because if he bombs this show as well, I don't know how he's going to recover from it. So Ramy hasn't posted any updates since announcing he's doing the Arnold Classic, so looking back at the comparison of 2021 to 2022 Olympia stage photos, I think Ramy brought a better conditioning in 2022, and his waist was also in, but overall he was down in size in multiple areas and came in just super flat. He also changed up his foot position in this pose. I'm not really sure why, because I think the more narrow stance makes his legs look bigger and better. And the confidence is just not there for him. I mean, look at his face in 2021, look at his face in 2022. You could tell he's just completely nervous, where back in 2021, he was just happy and loving life back then. In the front lat spread, he seemed super tight, and he just really could not open up. He also had his shoulder position a little more forward, which caused his chest to look small, on top of also being flat, so it was just overall a bad look. And I'm not really sure what was going on with stomach, but there was essentially just zero detail into it. I don't know if it was the lighting or whatnot, but I just really thought it was a bad shot for him. His side chest, in my opinion, was his best pose, and I also think he thought too, as this is the only pose where he looked even the slightest bit confident. He held it together here, and there was really nothing standing out like on all of his other poses, so I think this was his pose of the night for me. And finally, the back double, the pose that will win or lose a show, and for Ramy, this is where it all went wrong. The lower back, the triceps, and the calves is completely gone. I'm not sure how just not being peaked properly could have this drastic of changes in his back. Like, it's the lower back, it's just, the muscle is just not there. It's the same thing with the calves. The calves are just completely gone. There is no muscle, which makes you think, as Nick gingerly said, that it could be muscle atrophy, which, I mean, by the looks of it, I would agree with them. Like, how can you look at that and not say it? Like, there's clearly, that's not just a peaking issue. But the one thing that was good about this pose were his hamstrings and his glutes. They were in. They looked good. They looked like had not lost any size. So I don't know, guys. Do we really think Ramy can turn this around and be competitive at the Arnolds? Is this really just a peaking issue? I obviously think there's something more going on than it just being the peaking issue, but I know he is getting the stem cell treatment right now. So I think that's going to do him wonders, and he definitely has some time to add some size onto himself. I mean, Ramy seems like a super nice, genuine guy, so I really hope he can turn around. I think he also won't try to push the conditioning this time, and he'll come in bigger and fuller. And I think at least he will be better than he was at the Olympia. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Can Ramy come back and be competitive? Is he going to be top 3, top 5, outside the top 5? I don't know. Let me know. And now we have an update from Samson Dauda. So people have always been saying that Samson's weakest body parts are his back and his shoulders. But looking at this photo, I don't think I would agree with that. His back looks exceptionally well in this shot here, and I think his conditioning is actually pretty close to where it was at the Olympia. So in this comparison photo, Samson looks like he's changed his posing a little bit. It looks like he's leaning back a little slightly more, which I think is a great change by him, because it looks like it's making his back appear much bigger, and his shoulders kind of really showing them off. Because, I mean, it's only been, 2 months since the Olympia, so really how much progress could he have made in that amount of time? I know there is the rebound period where people say you can make progress, but, I mean, I don't know. So based on all these things I was just talking about, I think Samsung is going to bring an overall better package to the Olympia this year, and he is a very serious threat to win this show. So for me right now, my top 2 are Nick and Samson in really no specific order. I think based on photos I've seen from Nick, he's pushing the conditioning game, and Samson, as always, he's going to be pushing the mass monster game. So depending how the judges judge this show, how they both show up, have they both peak properly, it could really go either way. It's going to be a really great, fun show to watch, and I'm really looking forward to it, and also looking forward to future updates from these competitors and also the other competitors in the show. But anyway, guys, that's going to end it here. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.